Welcome. This is Bitcoin Day Trading, the best Elliott wave analysis, episode number 39. I'm going to take a look with you at the charts. I don't think that much happened since yesterday, because if I remember right, we talked after the drop, and we are still in the correction of wave 4, so not too much has changed. But even though I did update regularly on my thoughts, the members of my private channel, and they did find it quite interesting. And that being said, let's take a look at my disclaimer so that you're aware that there are risks involved in trading. Here's my disclaimer. The link is in the description. And here's my risk warning. And if you're interested in my services, I offer live Elliott wave updates for 20 USD a month. You get 1 to 3 updates a day during the last 2 weeks. And I only started 2 weeks ago, 1.5 weeks to be more exact. But during the last 1.5 weeks, you did get more than 3 updates a day. And the monthly fee is 20 a month. You can pay only for 1 month if you only want to try it. Or what I prefer is if you pay a couple of months in advance, so that I don't have to check on you every month. If you're interested, go to my free Telegram group and just let me know. And the updates are mainly during the week. You will receive a little less during the weekend because I take some time off trading during the weekend. That being said, let's jump into the charts. So on the 3-hour chart, there's not much new since yesterday, but we're still going to take a look at it just to refresh our ideas. So I'm still having some alternative for the decline from wave 3 up here, or the alternate wave 1. I'm still having some alternative. It is still a question of what will happen if it will be an A, B, C and a short correction, or if we get longer correction, which would be 1 of an A, here 2 of an A, and down here we could get a 3 of an A. That would be a longer correction. So I still don't have. I'm still incapable of telling you which will happen. I have to see what happens on the smaller time frame, and how BTC develops. But our main target for now stays unchanged, and it is when wave 3 equals wave 1. So wave 3 is from here to here, for example. For example, that could be wave 3, and when that equals wave 1 is from here to here. And it's also our fib retracement from the bottom, somewhere down there, up here. So and that's the retracement, and that's the 0.382 retracement. So that's, if you want to say it other ways, you can say it's the 38.2% retracement of wave 3. It's the same thing. So that's all. That's our first target. Our second target would be when wave 3 equals 1.618 of wave 1. This would be when this wave 1, the wave 3 that starts here, is equal to 1.6.8 times that. That would be our second target. But for now, let's only focus on the first target and see what happens. And once we reach that target, we'll see if we have more room to the downside or if the correction is over. It could be over because there's an ABC. It could be a simple ABC and then it could be over. I did draw it a little low. I meant to draw it like this. But that would be a short correction. And I told the members of my private Telegram group, private Telegram channel yesterday that I'm not expecting this correction to be too long because the BTC cycles are already lengthening. This bull market is longer than it usually is. It takes more time. And that gives me the impression, but it gives me that impression since quite some time, that we now have to hurry up to end the bull market. So I would not be surprised if you only retrace this a minimum target, the 0.382, and then go higher, because I don't think that we can wait much longer, since we have to finish the bull market and then start a new bear market before we get into the next halving of BTC in 2024. And that does not leave us much time and much room to stick around and have a long correction. But that's just my impression, and it's not Elliott telling me. So you cannot trade those impressions. If you want to trade that, you must go with something like a stock to flow model. But that's not what I'm doing, and I don't think you can trade it. It's not a real indicator, but it gives you an idea of the macro behavior of Bitcoin. Anyways, for now we have to see how it plays out. If we're lucky, we get a very short correction, and we only will test the 0.382 retracement, if we're lucky. But I can't assure it. I can tell you for certain for now. And if we look at the 5-minute chart, so I was asking myself during the entire day yesterday, if instead of having a 3 here, I must put a 5 and relabel accordingly that downturn, that price decline from the top here. And I was waiting for the moment to do it, but now what I see is a wave 2, which is sharp. So this wave 2 is sharp, and now I see a wave 4, which is sideways. And that gives me, as long as this stays that way, it gives me confidence in labeling this bottom wave 1, this top wave 2, and this bottom wave 3, because I get a nice alternation between the second wave and the fourth wave. There's a nice alternation, since this one is clearly sharp and this one is clearly sideways. I did not label for now the internal account, because if I do, I will have to change it over and over again. So I wait for price to either move up to label it or move down to label the internal account, because then I will have a clear picture. But for now, I'm skipping the internal labeling in order to not have to change it every 2 hours. I know that this isn't wave 4. As soon as we break that level, 59,830, as soon as we break that, I know that this cannot be wave 4, because wave 4 does not enter the price territory of wave 1. There cannot be overlap between wave 4 and wave 1. So as soon as we break that level, I know that it isn't wave 4. Okay, that's all for today. I did take a brief look with you at the charts. And I will keep updated my private members of my private channel on price as soon as I see something worth mentioning. And I invite you to leave me a comment on YouTube, to join my free Telegram group. Even if you don't want to become a member of my private channel, just join my free Telegram group to have a second way of communicating with me. You never know what happens on YouTube. And it is always good to have a second way to communicate with me in case I get, for example, banned on YouTube. So that's a good idea to join my free Telegram group, just to have a second way of communicating with me. And once you have done that, you could do me a favor by hitting the like button. And of course, if it's not already done, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon, because it's time-sensitive information. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow for one more update. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.